Shopify's point-of-sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business. Need a fast and secure way to take payments in person? We've got you covered. How about card readers you can rely on anywhere you sell?
Thanks. Have a good one.
Yep, that too. Want one place to manage all your online and in-person sales? That's kind of our thing. Wherever you sell, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/listen. Shopify.com/listen.
Demons are keen observers. They have an astounding ability to mimic. They can imitate the appearances and voices of people you know, love, and trust. They can even mimic their scent. The sense of smell is the sense that is most tied to memory. When you sense a familiar smell, like the smell of your long-deceased grandmother's kitchen, it connects you to that memory more than anything else. A demonic deception can be so vivid and real that you may swear your dead grandmother has come back to visit you, and you are, once again, inside her kitchen. But friend, rest assured, it's not your grandmother visiting you, but something horrifically evil.
Welcome back to The Exorcist Files, a preternatural prying open of the paranormal plane. I'm your co-host Ryan Bethay, and today we wave farewell to interviews and Q&As for a time, and return to our regularly scheduled demonic demolishing programming, led by our very own priest with the catechetical feast, Father Carlos Martins. Today we bring you the story of Liliana, a young woman born with a unique sensitivity who veered off into the spiritual realm. But gifts that are not from God are not gifts at all, and as we will see, invariably bring about destruction. So keep those Bibles near and say no to that spirit of fear. It's time to return to 3D audio glory. Here to share is our very own Father Carlos Martins.
While demons can't read your mind, they've learned who you are by observing your choices. Your choices reveal what makes you tick. Your likes, your dislikes, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you crave, what you fear, and what rattles your cage. With each discovery they make about you, their astounding intellects instantaneously calculate a near infinite number of ways to weaponize it against you. A great part of what makes demons formidable is just how much they know about you. There are many experiences you have lived through that you have now long forgotten, but they are keenly aware of them. And, being experts at imitation, they can put just enough truth in an illusion they create to get you to accept it as real and fall into a snare they've laid just for you.
Girl, you're scaring me. You're shaking and talking nonsense.
I had a nightmare.
Maybe we need to ease up on the vino, no?
He was dying. He was dying.
Who was dying?
Yeah, Coach Olson. He was in a hospital and...
Wait, Coach Olson?
Yes.
Like the high school coach?
Yeah. There was blood, I think. I think he was in a coma, and then his heart just stopped.
And I thought my dreams were rough.
It was so real.
Why can't we ever dream about John Krasinski or something?
Oh, you like them white boys, don't you?
Jim Halpert is every girl's type. Now let's go. This isn't a request, it's an order.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm up for anything.
And that is exactly why I need to take you out of this house. Besides, I'm gonna do you a favor.
Okay, tell me my favor. Tell me.
Okay, yeah. I have texted Darian last night, and he's gonna meet us for coffee. And I see how you look at him.
Daniela, I am not ready. I don't think I'm in that place yet.
Girl, it's been a year. Look, I miss my brother too. He'd want you to be happy and date.
Oh, Juan would want me to date.
You're right. He'd be jealous as heck.
Okay, yeah.
But still, come on. You have to live life. And if you don't date Darian, I just may have to.
So I have to save Darian from you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, go get ready. You can't meet him looking like that.
Like what?
Like a girl who just had a nightmare. Her hair, her body language, everything like that reflects that.
Okay. Fine. Do me a favor. You turn on the TV. I always leave it on when I'm not home.
Good morning.
I'm gonna go...
We begin today's broadcast with heartbreaking news that has shaken our community. Ken Olsen, a local hero and beloved football coach, has tragically passed away following a fatal collision near his home earlier today.
No, Daniela, no.
Details of the incident remain unclear at this time, but we will bring you the latest updates as soon as they become available.
Throughout her life, Liliana had a strange and remarkable ability that most people don't possess. For example, when meeting someone she has never encountered before, she might know precise details about the person's past without anyone having told her. They might be positive or negative details, but she knew they were true, and subsequent events would prove her right.
Oh, my cousin Liliana is obsessed with those books. You need to meet her. Yo, Lil, come here. You two can geek out on that pirate romance stuff you guys read.
Hey, what's up?
Lil, this is my cousin Carmen.
Hi.
She reads those awful books too.
Hey, back off. They are national treasures.
No, they're great. Nice to meet you, Liliana.
Lil, are you okay?
I'm sorry. You've seen so much death.
What?
I see so much death on you. In your life, you've had so much death.
Liliana!
You saw more death by age 12 than most people see in a lifetime. I'm so sorry how hard life has been for you. Carmen, truly. My heart is breaking for you right now.
Wait. How did you know? Daniela, did you tell her?
I didn't tell her shit. She's her family sidekick, but she's not supposed to say things like that.
No, it's okay. Wow, that's crazy.
Liliana and Daniela are childhood friends that were so close they called one another cousins. Carmen is Daniela's biological cousin. Her father and Carmen's father were brothers. Carmen's father was part of a gang that was heavily involved in selling drugs. When they discovered where he lived, members of a rival gang showed up at the house and shot and killed everyone inside it. Carmen's father, mother, and 2 baby sisters were the victims. Carmen, who was 6 years old, was at her grandparents' house at the time, and that is why she survived. Those same grandparents raised her for the next 4 years until she was 10. But that too was tragically cut short. While Carmen was at school one day, a drunk driver hit her grandparents' car as they returned from the grocery store. Her grandfather died on the spot while her grandmother fell into a prolonged coma before dying herself 6 months later. It was all very tragic. One day, Liliana traveled to Daniela's house. It was the 1-year anniversary of the passing of Daniela's brother Juan, and the family hired a medium named Mauricio to conduct a seance so they could speak to him. Juan was an Army veteran who died in a work accident at only 27. Because Liliana was engaged to Juan at the time of his death, and because she was someone who was so sensitive to spiritual things, they invited her to be present.
Thank you for having me, yes. This will be fine. Thank you, yeah. This looks good. Okay, it's time for us to begin, everyone. Okay. Please turn off the lights and light the candles.
Yes.
Let us prepare the way for Juan.
I put some over.
Okay.
Bring me his flag off the mantle. Place it here on the table next to his picture. I will also need some personal items.
Liliana, thank you for being here. Juan loved you very much.
I miss him every day.
Yes, I know.
Thank you for...
Quiet down. Everyone, please, we're here to speak with Juan, not one another. Everyone, let's focus.
I can sit here.
Okay, yes.
Juan Lopez, son and brother of his family, you who lived in this house until your life was tragically cut short, we ask you to come now and commune with us. Humbly, we ask you to leave where you are and be present to us. You're welcome here. You're desired here. This is still your home. Come now, Juan Lopez.
Yes.
Join us.
Absolutely. This is still your home, mijo.
Yes, Juan. We miss you.
Come, Juan.
We miss you, Juan.
Yes, te quiero mucho.
You're always in our hearts.
Suddenly, the wood cracked and the candles flickered. The room became cold.
Oh, yes. He's here. He's here. We welcome you, Juan. We're glad to be here with you, but...
Juan, baby.
He looks upset.
Help him.
No, he is agitated.
Juan.
But what is it? Is he okay?
He's pointing. He's angry and he's pointing to the flag. He's pointing to the flag and saluting it.
Maybe it's because his dog tags are on the flag. We should move them. We should move them here.
Yes, go. Do it now.
Take it.
Being a veteran, Juan received a military funeral, and at its end, his mother was presented with a flag, which the family framed and kept on the living room mantel. The frame was placed on the coffee table along with Juan's portrait and a few of his personal belongings. Someone from the family had placed his military dog tags on top of the frame. Juan was very patriotic and had a great respect for the flag. Liliana knew it would bother him if anything were placed on top of it.
Sorry, baby. I'll move it. Okay. Oh.
Yes, that worked. I see him smiling now.
Freaking Juan. Even in the afterlife, that hombre is saluting the stars and stripes.
No.
Your family misses you. They want to know if you need anything or want anything.
Anything you need, mijo, it's yours.
Daniela, he's pointing at you.
He is?
Yes, okay. Juan, I don't know what you're saying. You need to tell me in a different way. Somehow else. He keeps making a half circle motion around his head and then bringing his hand down to his waist, throwing it up to the sky. I have no idea what that means.
Mauricio claimed to see Juan making a cryptic motion with his hand and his waist, the meaning of which was unknown to him. The room remained quiet, and no one in Juan's family knew what was meant either. Liliana, however, knew exactly what was being communicated.
What if he's making a motion of tossing a graduation cap in the air? I think he wants you to go back and finish your degree. He wants you to go back to college. Danny.
Wow.
Listen to your brother, mija. Yes, you need this.
Okay. I'll do it. Thank you.
He is very happy. He is beaming with joy now. Now I see him. He keeps pointing to all of you and pointing at his heart. He's saying, I love you.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that's what he's saying. I think I see Juan wearing a mechanic suit. He keeps pointing to the logo. He's telling us he's been protecting it. The mechanic shop. He's been protecting the shop.
As she said this, Liliana saw an approving and broad smile come across Juan's face. The room was also filled with the smell of the auto shop, a mixture of dirty motor oil, chassis grease, brake dust, freshly welded metal, and solvent. Mixed with these was Juan's trademark cologne, Eternity by Calvin Klein. It had always been his favorite. These are what Juan smelled like each day when he came home from work. To smell Juan again was deeply emotional for everyone.
Thank you, son. Thank you.
It's really you.
It's him. It's him.
And just like that, Juan disappeared. And with his leaving, as if a sign to confirm his departure, the candle by his portrait blew out, seemingly by itself.
Now, Juan might be wondering, why would you conduct a seance in the first place? Especially given the very strict warnings given by Scripture to avoid such practices at all costs. The motive is one perhaps that, while we can disagree with, deeply empathize with. Historically, these sessions were in many cases used to console grieving family members with the prospect of reassurance that their loved ones were in fact okay in the next realm. The term seance originates from the French word for session, or sitting, and the practice gained significant traction during the 19th century amidst the rise of spiritualism. While it may seem far-fetched to us now, this was actually a very public and commonly accepted practice, with large public seances being held in venues like London's Royal Albert Hall. In fact, even Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, famed author of the Sherlock Holmes franchise, was deeply immersed in spiritualism and attended seances regularly. It seems his interest in the practice, like many, was fueled by the death of his son in World War I. Now, interestingly, Doyle was close friends with the legendary illusionist Harry Houdini, who, ironically, because of his stagecraft and knowledge of just how to manipulate the perception of audiences, harbored great skepticism of seances, believing it to be full of charlatans and fraudsters. And let's be honest, that guy knew how to misdirect and manipulate an audience's attention better than almost anyone. Now, it gets very interesting here because Houdini and Doyle were great friends, until they weren't, driven apart by their views on spiritualism, which became a very famous public dispute. Houdini died on October 31st, yes, Halloween. But before he died, Houdini made a pact with his wife, Bess Houdini, that if it were actually possible to communicate beyond the grave, he would send her a pre-agreed upon specific code during the seance. Bess held a seance every year for 10 years on the anniversary of his death. Doyle, who was alive, remained steadfastly confident that Houdini would make contact, but he never did. After 10 years of these seances, Bess said, quote, 10 years is long enough to wait for any man. And with that, we've made you wait long enough. Let's get back to Liliana's post-seance feast.
As the smoke from the snuffed wick began rising, everyone started moving towards the kitchen, where a Mexican feast had been prepared beforehand. It was time to eat. Before she could move, though, Mauricio sat next to Liliana on the couch. He had some questions for her.
How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, I just miss him so much.
Mm-hmm. It's such a gift, isn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't fully him.
I meant your gift. I appreciated the false humility, but I know you could see everything that I could see. In fact, I know you saw more. Have you ever had a person from the other side appear to you like this?
No, never.
Liliana, you didn't just see. You read his spirit. You knew what he was communicating. You have the gift.
It's probably just because we were very close. We were engaged.
No. I know the gift. The sight. You must develop it. The world needs it from you.
It felt so amazing to see him again. You know, we only dated 2 weeks by the time I knew he was the one.
He knew it too. I could feel it. I also didn't share everything. Juan told me about how you two went out shopping together.
Oh my god, okay.
You didn't have much money, but you would go to a mall, window shop, look at clothes, and then how you two would sit in the food court and plan out your dream evening with lavish clothes, a fine dinner, and end the evening with a Broadway show.
He told you that?
Yes, he did.
He loved clothes. He was such a guy, but he loved shopping.
In my spirit, I heard it. Liliana, I think the real reason why Juan came here today is to reveal this to you.
Oh, I don't...
He wants you to unleash your gift. To help others.
Okay.
Mauricio then began telling Liliana of even more experiences that she and Juan shared. He told her of the time they went out to pick a wedding dress together and how they occasionally fished together off a bridge on Sunday afternoons. He described their favorite Saturday morning activity, getting breakfast at the donut and kolache shop. Liliana was completely taken by what she was hearing. Mauricio knew things there was no way he could have known.
Thank you. Thank you. This is such a blessing. I wish others could experience this.
Oh, but they could. Through you. Imagine being able to help anyone reconnect with their loved ones. Liliana, it's time to release your gift.
How can I do that?
Let me pray over you. Let me help you transform into what you were made for.
Okay.
You were made for more.
Okay.
Mauricio folded his hands and placed them against his lips like he was concentrating. After a moment or so, he placed them on Liliana's head and began praying.
Divine One, we humbly ask you to free Liliana from her spiritual haze. We pray that you release her gifts, unleash her full potential, and make her so mighty with your celestial perception that every impulse in her destroys her temporal reservations.
Yes.
Make her so mighty in extrasensory discernment that she sees every opening in divination and acts upon it. We ask this of you, Divine One. Lord of Light, release her gifts, and on the souls of our loved ones, we promise to make you proud. Unleash her full potential, we pray, and make her impervious to dissent.
Please.
Make her unmoved by the stings of injustice against her, that she may know the miracle of her prophetic strength.
Yes.
Make her so unyielding to the comforts of normalcy that from her heart your sovereignty forever flows. We ask this.
With tears running down her cheeks and choking in between sobs, Liliana not only felt connected to what Mauricio was invoking, but she also felt an energy inside her that was unlike anything she had ever experienced. She felt so alive, connected, focused, and energetic. It was powerful and intoxicating. From that point onwards, she was very different.
Whoa. I feel so alive.
You have no idea what's about to happen.
Things will be very different for you now.
Thank you. I'm ready.
And just like that, Liliana became fiercer than Seance. So what exactly did Mauricio do that unlocked something in Liliana? In the Bible, we hear often of a type of prayer that is called the laying on of hands. While today, among non-denominational churches, the term is more often used to describe the act of physical touch on someone, usually the shoulder or hands while praying with them, there is another iteration, if you will, an act of commissioning and anointing someone in a very serious way. So serious, in fact, that the Apostle Paul cautioned the new church to not be hasty in the laying on of hands. In the Old Testament, we see a clear example when Jacob had his sons brought before him, and he took their heads in his hand and he blessed them. In the New Testament, we see this act done to commission new church leaders. An individual would be brought forward, and the one in spiritual authority would place their hands on the person to be commissioned and pray over them. It was an outward expression of the granting of authority. When Mauricio placed his hands on Liliana's head, with her tacit agreement, he used his spiritual authority to transmit and unlock something in Liliana. What that was? Well, just wait and see. Well, friends, spring is here. And here in SoCal, that means epic outdoor evenings with a light breeze, fragrant orange blossoms, and it also means it's time to eat. And let me tell you, at my feasting table, Graza olive oil has a seat of honor. I love olive oil. It's like the one oil everyone agrees is really good for you. Many oils have done well, but you exceed them all. So why buy Graza and not just some generic lonely olive oil in your grocery store? Well, here's a few reasons. It's single origin goodness, as in one olive, one region, no mystery blends. Get out of here with those lesser olives. Also, it comes in really fun squeeze and spray bottles, and they come in 3 types that are as much fun to say as they are to use. You've got Frizzle, which is their newest, with a higher 490 degree Fahrenheit smoke point, perfect for frying, crisping, or grilling. You got the Sizzle at 410 degrees smoke point. That's an everyday cooking oil for roasting and marinating and sautéing. And then you got the Drizzle, a bold, punchy finishing oil you can sprinkle on salads, dip bread in, or even top off on ice cream. That's right, ice cream. So I use Graza almost every night for cooking. I'm partial to the Sizzle or Shizzle. So if you're ready to up your olive oil game, here's what you get. You're going to get 10% off your first order on Graza's site, but I personally suggest grabbing the trio. That's all 3 squeezy bottles, Sizzle, Frizzle, and Drizzle, so you're set for every style of cooking. So do yourself and your friends a favor. Go to graza.co and use code XFiles, that's EXFiles, to get 10% off the trio, which includes the Sizzle, Frizzle, and Drizzle, and to get cooking for your next chef quality meal.
Demons are master imitators. Through Mauricio, the devil set up an elaborate scenario that convinced Liliana she was endowed with unique spiritual gifts. Other than Mauricio, she was the only one in the room who could, quote-unquote, see Juan in a manifestation that was undoubtedly a demonic mirage. Nevertheless, the demons used that to create a very impressive parlor trick. They imitated a dead man, not just in appearance, but in body odor and scent. Someone's appearance, voice, and mannerisms can be mimicked by the demons with ease and facility. For that reason, one should never trust any knowledge gained through occult means, even if, in the past, it has always proven to be true. I have perceived this demonic mimicking myself. Once, when I was in my early years of seminary, I was sitting in my room reading a book. On that particular afternoon, everyone else had left the building for some purpose or other, and I was home alone. No one else was in the building. From the room next to mine, someone suddenly called out my name. "Hey, Carlos." I recognized the voice. Unmistakably, it was that of my father. Yet, it was impossible that it was him, since at the time, I knew he was on the other side of the world. Who was it? The enemy, no doubt. What was the point? To distract me and attempt to gain some real estate inside my mind. Liliana worked as a receptionist at an investment firm and interacted with clients regularly. While she always had the on and off ability to sense things about the odd person, after the seance, her abilities ascended to an entirely new level. She was aware of the most specific and particular details of almost everyone she met. She didn't know how she knew. She just knew that she knew.
Hi, how may I help you?
Hi there. Shelby Dyer, here for an appointment with Tim.
One moment, please. I have a Shelby Dyer here for you. Okay, I'll let him know. He's expecting you, and his office is down the left hallway, last door on the right. Also, sir, I'm sorry to be this bold, but see, I'm pretty spiritual, and I think I have a message for you, if you're open to receiving it.
Sure. What might the spiritual message be?
It's heavy. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Susie, your wife is having an affair.
Excuse me?
I'm really sorry for being the one to have to tell you this, but your wife has fallen out of love with you and is cheating on you at this very moment. She's been out of love with you for about a year now.
No, I hate to inform you, but no, you're a nutcase. I don't know how you know my wife's name. I'm sure you could have stalked me and found it out because I'm a big client at your firm, but you're crossing lines here, and I'm going to have a word with your boss about
Sir,
this.
who is Kevin?
Wait, what did you say?
Kevin, from the winery. You must know who he is. I don't know him, but I'm being told it's him. He's the one she's in love with.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm sorry, sir. You seem really nice. I'm just a messenger telling you what I see. Ask your wife about it. You've seen how she looks at him when you two eat there? You've seen the twinkle in her eye that used to be for you? You see her wanting him. I think you may know it's true, sir.
God, yeah.
I have to take this, but feel free to let me know how it plays out. You deserve better. Bertrand Group, this is Liliana speaking. How may I help you?
Hey, Liliana, how are you?
Hi, I am having just the best day. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach Mr. Smith.
Oh, yeah, he's actually in a meeting right now. May I take a message?
Yeah, I need to talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's urgent.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Thanks.
Kevin, I'm going to kill him.
Liliana felt intense exhilaration when sharing what she knew about someone, and she described discovering the accuracy of her predictions as intoxicating. When I asked her how the occult knowledge about someone came to her, she said that the words just came when the individual came into her presence. She didn't have to think about the content. The words were just there, she said, and I knew they were true, whether they prophesied the future or revealed the past. Liliana thought this ability was something from God, a kind of divine gift meant to help people, and she exercised it throughout the day. The power tantalized her and produced what she described as a constant craving to exercise it. She began organizing seances and card readings. At first, she did so only with friends. Soon, however, it spread such that she started advertising herself as a full-fledged occultist. Her ability to access preternatural knowledge gave her two things she never had before. One was popularity. Liliana was shy and always found it challenging to make friends. But with the ability to see the unseen, confidence instilled itself in her, such that she was more popular than she ever thought she'd be. People always called on her because of their needs and desire for knowledge and information. She felt needed. The other thing it gave her was power. The control she could exercise over people made her feel alive. Even with her closest friends, she couldn't resist showing off her ability to connect with the spirit realm. Not everyone believed her, of course, and when her two friends, Tanya and Daniela, expressed skepticism about what occurred at the seance with Juan, Liliana offered to show them just how real a seance can be.
Okay, this is asinine. I can't see a damn thing in here.
All right, poor little lamb. Does the darkness scare you?
No, but a seance in your bathroom? Come on, this shit is weird, Liliana.
Yeah, what if the spirit comes through the wrong door?
All
yeah,
right.
pray the spirit didn't have asparagus.
You're disgusting.
All right, shh. Guys, enough. Okay. Tanya, this is very serious. You're trying to contact your Uncle Gabe, right?
This sounds like a customer service phone tree.
Press 1 for Gabe.
Okay, enough. Tanya, I'm not joking.
Okay, yes. Honestly, it would be really cool to see Gabe again. He really was special to me, and I miss him a lot.
Can we light a candle or something?
No, our eyes must be fully blind for our souls to see.
Why the bathroom, though?
It's the darkest room in the house. And darkness reveals more than light. You'll see. Now, what was Gabe's full name?
Gabriel Ezra Johnson. His birthday is tomorrow, actually.
Aww.
He would have been 56. He died when I was younger from a heart attack.
I'm sorry for that. But death need not separate you anymore. Okay, let's talk to Gabe.
What do we do?
Just wait.
Liliana began speaking in some strange tongue. The room temperature plummeted, and the girls began to feel the hair on their skin tingle. Something very strange was happening.
I don't hear anything.
Tonya!
Be patient.
Okay. Why is it so cold in here?
Seriously, freezing.
He's here. There. In the shower.
Uncle Gabe?
He's speaking, listen.
I don't like this, Liliana.
Oh, yes. Welcome, Gabe. You are most welcome.
This is insane.
He's calling for you. He wants to join you.
What do you mean?
You must welcome him in. Let him into your heart.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to say hi.
He wants to be with you again. Let him in, Tanya.
This feels really wrong. Just stop it, Liliana.
Yeah. This is messed up. Cut it out.
Liliana seemed to be in a trance, and the strange noises emanating from the shower grew louder and more intense.
Okay, turn it off. Make it stop, Lil!
And just like that, the voice ceased, the temperature suddenly returned to normal, and Liliana was out of her trance.
What do dozens of professional sports teams have in common with the co-host of this show, me? No, it's not Deliverance, it's Bubs Collagen. We both use it, except, well, I'm not paid to be athletic. Listeners know I love to biohack and research everything. There are a lot of supplements out there that there's actually almost zero science for. Collagen, on the other hand, there actually is some science. Seriously, go look it up. It's not a miracle, but if used consistently, there is some data that shows it can really help joint, ligament, and tendon health, and maybe even skin. As we get older, our bodies produce less collagen. It's a sad fact of aging. But, as we say about everything else on this show, go do your homework, see if you agree. Go ask ChatGPT what it thinks about collagen studies. Seriously, I'll wait. Bubs Naturals makes the best collagen out there, and they've been a long-time supporter of the show. If top athletes around the world use it and believe it helps, well, I'm going to go with them. And I do use it every day. I put it in my smoothie, earning myself the name Smoothie Criminal. I'm not sure how they do it, but collagen actually tastes like nothing, which is amazing because it means you can add it to anything. Yogurt, coffee. Seriously, try it for a couple months, see if you notice the difference. I did. Head to bubsnaturals.com. That's bubsnaturals.com and use our promo code XFiles. That's EXFiles for 20% off your next order. Seriously, go try Bubs Collagen today. Hey friends, Ryan here. I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, we know it can't always be about spiritual warfare, and so that is why I want to invite you to check out a brand new podcast called Heaven Meets Earth. It's a limited series podcast where we interview some of today's most interesting and thoughtful Christian leaders to share their most profound God moments. Those moments where God just invaded Earth in the best way, and they share these incredible, miraculous testimonies of angelic visitations, radical reconciliations, financial provision, physical healings, and everything. It's a really cool show featuring U.S. senators, athletes, business moguls, musicians, and even Medal of Honor recipients. I hope you'll check it out. You can go to heavenmeetsearth.com. That's heavenmeetsearth.com, or download it on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, or click the link in the show notes. That's Heaven Meets Earth podcast. Check it out.
What was that? Okay. What the hell was that?
Are you okay, Tanya?
I think so.
Wow. Oh, wasn't that unreal? Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you, spirits. Tanya, do you understand what just happened? Death is just a facade. Your uncle was here. He was ready to join you. You just have to ask.
That didn't feel like him. That was dark, Liliana. I need to go.
Yeah, I've gotta go too. Thanks, Lil. I'll call you.
Okay, yeah.
Liliana soon learned a painful lesson, like so many others have. As intoxicating as an occult gift is, it soon ceases to produce the happiness it promised. In other words, what she was given wasn't a gift at all. After the experience in the bathroom, Tanya and Daniela distanced themselves from Liliana. In fact, Liliana found fewer and fewer of her friends visited her, and she became more and more isolated. Her newfound popularity began to wane. Liliana had entered into a vicious downward spiral, and the demons were all too happy to assist in her descent.
And just like the least favorite phrase you hear from your therapist, that's all the time we have for today, folks. So how do we know that what Liliana was experiencing was in fact spiritual in origin, and not just some simple human intuition or her getting really lucky guesses? Well, in this case, there are frankly just too many people who claim to have Liliana know things about them that there is no way she could have known. These witnesses had Liliana call out very specific things, names, places, and details that were known only to them, and maybe the IRS. Of course, that is an alternate and far scarier story that we'll share another time. I'll finish with an encouraging note and a story that shows the other, more godly side of this so-called clairvoyance. My friend Jason was at a summer camp when he was in high school and felt a compulsion to go outside and leave the auditorium where they were doing a presentation and search for a four-leaf clover. He had no idea why. He just knew he had to. After he spent hours looking for one, he saw a girl at the camp later that day and felt strongly that he was supposed to give the four-leaf clover to her. He said, "I don't know why, but God put this on my heart for you." She immediately broke into tears and shared that she had been going through a terribly difficult season, and that she prayed earlier that day, "God, if you see me, if you hear me, would you have someone bring me a four-leaf clover?" Pretty cool, huh? And on that note, we say thanks for listening, and we hope you'll conjure up part 2 next week. Stay Galatians 5, my friends. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We want to give a very special shout out today to Christopher Sharp and Michael Duffy, whose generous contributions helped make these episodes possible. Many have done well, but you both exceed them all. To keep in touch with us and get some of our anointed merchandise, you can visit our website or follow us on the gram at Exorcist Files or our website at exorcistfiles.tv. You can also email us that wonderful, absurd, and overly specific criticism at exorcistfiles@gmail.com. Maybe we'll respond, maybe not. All cases are recounted by Father Carlos Martins from his personal archives. Today's cast includes the role of Liliana by Melissa Luna, the role of Daniela by Sasha Mendez, the role of Tonya by Tiffany Gist, the role of the mother by Xiomara Jordan, the role of Mauricio by Jonathan Langley, the role of Shelby Dyer by Mitch Lucis, and the role of Carmen by Daniela Crespa. Music and scoring by James Cavell and Tom Straley. Mixing, mastering, engineering, and all that incredible sound design by Dan Blessinger and Michelle Martinez. Script written by Ryan Bethay and Father Carlos Martins. Executive producers are Ryan Bethay and Father Carlos Martins. Stay demon free, y'all.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.